had a few people ask about a shop tour, so I figured I'd do one. It's behind the old house here, and got a nice little view of the backyard, so I can watch the kids play. So I wanted to wait till I got it cleaned up and straightened up, but if I do that, you'll never see it. So here it goes. This is my grinding station. Belts. I do graphic design at a sign shop part-time. The rolls of vinyl come in this that we cut for signs. So I just glued that to the wall, and it makes excellent belt hangers. Have them organized from 36 grit up to 2000 there at the end. This is my grinder, variable speed Fear, and that's P-H-E-E-R, excellent grinder. I've hinged it so I can change the angle of it, and it makes certain work a lot easier. I changed this out. Most makers have what they call a slop bucket, which is this, which is just water under here to catch everything. And I found that, you know, I dip my blades in there and they'd get filthy with metal or Kydex or wood or whatever the heck I was grinding before that. So I just put an empty bucket. I screwed it into the table underneath. That catches all the junk, and then I just dunk in there and my water stays pretty much crystal clean. A couple of guys have said I'm going to have a fire, but I haven't yet, knock on wood. So what I'm doing is if I do metal, I'll just take and splash a little water in there, and there's no problems. I've been doing it for over, I don't know, 6 weeks now. Over here, old belts. I keep them for handles or things like that don't require super heavy grit. There's a buffer I don't use. I need to get some different wheels and use it. Trash can. Bunch of Kydex a friend gave me. They're kind of weird colors, so I don't use them that much. If any knife makers are interested, I'll sell some sheets cheap. This is my main workbench. I actually cleaned this up a little. Fans, it does get hot here. Vise. Superman gun for the bad guys, of course. You know, normal stuff. Pencils, pens, calipers, acetone, WD-40, and mineral oil for wood. Surgical gloves. I wear those almost all the time. Spray bottles filled with stuff. These are actually cotton candy things my kids had with lids, but they make excellent, you can put stuff in them and dip them or things like that. A couple of things I'm working on an Ursus, just a custom deal I designed out of a piece of scrap. That'd be pretty cool. Sixer with redwood burl handles. Gotta finish the handles a little bit and do the sheath. And then a custom, what I call upgraded Kiradashi that just needs a sheath, and that's it. So under here is just a bunch of miscellaneous. I have a scales box, that's all the handle material. And for instance, some of these that are cut are going on customers' knives, like if I can find an example. Anyways, what I'll do is I'll put their name on it. But if they're in this box and they're not in a full sheet, they're going on a customer knife. Liner material, the old favorite Moon Glow, Toxic Green, Navy Blue, Red, Black. That's my eyelet press for Kydex, my personalizer for my logo, and that's all epoxy stuff for doing handles. I use cheap playing cards to mix the epoxy on because they're wax coated, and they're ridiculously cheap. You can get them at the dollar store. This is sandpaper, either stuff I bought, or if a belt goes bad or if it's just old, I'll cut it up and keep it to use mostly on handles. That's the pretty much only thing I use sandpaper for. I use I do my Kydex, the 120 grit on the grinder, and then I use fine alt steel wool, a little WD-40, and it smooths the edges out real nice, and it's super quick. This is a shipping station / Kydex. All the shipping supplies are here. I heat the Kydex in the oven, press it in the press, not too tight. There's one in there now, an Ursus. I have a little buffer here I initially got for Kydex a long time ago, but it works great for handles. And these are boxes I got from my sign job. We used to use these for sign jobs, and you put all the papers and a build sheet in there, and they were throwing them out because they've gone to computer, so I'm going to repurpose them for knives. I'm going to put the blade blank, handle material, build sheet, any other thing, liner material, any other things I need there. These are all dry erase, so they'll get the customer name and model. Compressor, box of scrap, bandsaw, and this thing's super uncomfortable, so that's my saddle, so to speak, for sitting on there for big knives, because some of the big ones just spend half an hour on this thing. Drill press, I use this a lot. It's a pretty good one. I got a pretty good deal on it. I'd like to get a better one or a milling machine because I want to get into folders. Little drill press, I hardly ever use. Toolboxes. Big box of wood. Most of this is from Rob Carper at Rob Carper Innovations. Fantastic stuff, man. That's Buckeye Pearl. Some nice cherry. You know, flame maple. Got some nice rosewood I'm going to be using on a couple knives coming up. That is glow material and curly oak. I'm going to try to maybe make some liners out of that. And black Nargusta burl, which is beautiful. I did a 6er in this, and I'm doing a larger knife in it. This is my shelving. I'd like to get another one of these. This foam is used for kydex. These are most of my knife profiles cut out on vinyl. I'll just peel one of those off, stick it to metal, and it gives me a nice template that doesn't come off. Various things, frog lube, I put that on the blades before they go out. Strop bat, if you don't know what that is, Google it. JRE Industries makes it. It's excellent for sharpening your knife, and it doesn't remove a lot of material. Paracord bins, that's a micarta making. That's all my stuff for making micarta resin and presses and stuff. Everything in here is handle material, like rivets. Actually, this is all kydex. The clear one below it is all handle material. Thong hole tubes, rivets, stuff like that. Then just a bunch of various Dremel stuff. Any type of spray stuff or anything's in there. This is all leather. So if I need something, that big box in the back is miscellaneous wood. The white bucket is black oxide. That's what I use to do my stone wash. And this bucket's from work. A big roll of vinyl, actually banner material, came in this, so I cut it in half. And it's full of, if you can see, I don't know, ceramic and rock material for my stone washing. I put it in there, I shake the crap out of it for 2 minutes. That's the closest I get to a workout these days. This is my heat treat station, even heat treat oven. I can heat treat up to a 16.5-inch blade in there. Goes up to 2,400 degrees. My fast quench oil is in here. I made a lid out of kydex for it. And these are my quench plates. They go into the quench plates if it's carbon steel after the fast quench oil. If they're stainless, they go right into the quench plates. And then I put about 50 pounds worth of weight on top. That's used for just cutting handle material in half if it's a bigger block. And just miscellaneous storage stuff down here. Shop vac, of course, stuff like that. And of course my dead pool poster and my dry erase board that I never ever use. I usually keep everything in my phone or written down on a legal pad I've got. So that's it. I don't think I've missed much. I'm going to try to do more videos. I've only been making knives, I think, for right at almost 8 months now. And I've learned a lot, and I've had a lot of guys help me out a lot, and I'd kind of like to pass that on. I think there's things that you learn when you're starting out that people who have been doing a long time just take for granted, or you know, that you learn by doing. So I think I might do some instructional videos. This, just to mention, this here is stainless steel foil you use to wrap stainless knives for heat treating to keep the to keep the oxidation off of them. So basically they come out almost just how you put them in. You just have to clean them up a little. So anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think.